Hey everybody, Miss Paget here, and welcome to my kitchen. So today we're going to be making sausage and Parmesan Palmiers. It is a puff pastry, and the first thing we're going to do is start caramelizing our onions. It's going to take about 45 minutes to do that. So what you're going to do is start with 2 tablespoons of butter, and on the side you can read to find your tablespoons, over medium heat. While that's melting, we're going to cut up our onions. I'm using sweet onions because I like the flavor, but you could use regular yellow onions, red onions, whatever you prefer. And you're going to use 2 of those. Once your onions are peeled, you're going to slice them in half. And remember, we're going to leave the root ball on just to hold it in place as we're slicing. And we're going to slice medium to thin slices so that they caramelize well. And don't forget, you need to make that claw. This looks like a lot of onion, but remember that it's going to cook down as it caramelizes. We're going to add all of our onion into our butter. Remember, you don't want your butter too hot because it'll turn brown and it's like burning. It doesn't have a good flavor to it. Sausage and Parmesan Palmiers are a wonderful little appetizer to have around for the holidays. So we've got this turned down. I actually have mine on 2, so it cooks very slow. And you're just going to let it cook in the butter. It's going to take about 45 minutes, so we'll come back and start the next part then. Now that our onions are almost finished caramelizing, what we're going to do is we're going to add 8 ounces of sausage into a skillet. Okay, this is a 16-ounce package, so I'm just going to cut it in half. And I'm using Nice's sausage just because that's what I prefer. And then I'm going to crumble it up into the saucepan and let it cook and render down. Remember, rendering down just means that I'm cooking the fat out of it. You also do not want to cook your sausage on too high of a heat because it will cook unevenly and you'll end up with burned or crispy parts. I've taken our caramelized onions off and set them to the side. Now I'm going to continue to cook the sausage. While the sausage is cooking, I'm going to work with my puff pastries. There are 2 puff pastries in a box. You're going to use 1. And then we're going to roll it out in just a moment. While the sausage is finishing, I'm going to dust my board here with just a little bit of flour so that my puff pastry doesn't stick. I'm going to take one out, and then I'll put the other one back in the freezer to use at a later date. Okay, so you want your puff pastry about 10 inches by 12 inches. So we're not going to have to roll it a lot. The pastry does roll better if it's at room temperature. So you want to leave it on the counter for just a few minutes, probably about 10 before you start rolling it out. Our sausage is finished, and so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. And you want the grated Parmesan cheese. I know the last recipe that we made, we wanted shredded, But in this case, we want the fineness of the grated. Okay? And you're just going to sprinkle that over your puff pastry. Now we're going to add our sausage. And again, you're just going to sprinkle it throughout your pastry. And then you're going to take your caramelized onion and do the same. Dry some of the grease off my hands. Then you are going to roll the sides in. Okay? You want to make sure that you have all of your filling evenly spaced, and then you're going to start on one side and fold it in 2 times. And then you're going to do this, go to the other side. So you're alternating sides to make sure that you get it rolled evenly. So we're going to roll again on this side and then roll again on this side. And what we're doing is we're going to meet in the middle. Okay? Once you get it rolled up, you're going to put it on a cookie sheet that's lined with parchment and put it in the freezer for 10 minutes so that it will hold its shape when you cut it. Now that our Palmiers have been in the freezer for 10 minutes, we are now going to slice them. I'm going to cut off the ends where there's very little ingredients, and then we're going to slice them, and you want them about a 1/2 inch thick. Now you're going to put them on your parchment lined cookie sheet and bake them in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Hey, love.
Look at those.
First time for everything. I definitely get lots of visitors when I cook. Guys, these turned out amazing. I just took them out of the oven and I'm going to plate them up. My taste tester today is a visitor. She is actually a FACS teacher, previous FACS teacher from Reagan, and now she is helping us out here at Parkland. So we're going to look.
Guys. So what do we have here?
This is sausage Parmesan Palmiers. It's made with puff pastries, breakfast sausage, caramelized onions, and Parmesan cheese.
Oh, am I supposed to like? I'm just gonna try because it smells delicious. I wish you guys were here. Smells are calorie free though.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Didn't it turn out good?
Yeah. Y'all are missing out.
Super easy to do, guys. This is something that you definitely can do at home over Christmas. Have some when you know company's coming over, or those surprise visitors, you can have them out as well. I hope you enjoy this recipe, and we will see you next time in my kitchen. Bye.